Alright everybody, welcome to the fourth and final section of Resident Evil HD. We're leaving off in the belly of the beast. We just ran past that weird looking monster. That girl, the little girl, turned into a monster. And we're sort of heading back to the mansion. Now remember, the first time whenever we went into the house and then came back out of it, there was a zombie waiting for us on the steps down here. Now that zombie is a, a runner, and it looks like he's gonna kill me here. Oh wow, that was close. Yeah, you gotta watch out for that. And you know that's intentional whenever they do that. The first time you go down those stairs, you actually can shoot that guy in the head. Or at least 2 out of every 3 times I do it, for some reason I hit his head. I don't know if that's just because as you're walking down the steps, there's like a higher angle to his head. But that time I didn't, and I paid for it for sure. I think there's just 2 zombies here. You can easily run past them both. I decided to just take out the one because I have the extra ammo anyway. But right up here, we're just up the steps. Now, what we needed to complete this area of the mansion was we needed the thing that let us out here was the stone and metal object. And then we got a stone object, and now we're getting the metal object. So we need 2 stone and metal objects. I'm going to combine the one in my inventory here, and then we'll be good to go for the rest of the mansion. Now, I didn't pick up the previous one. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I gotta pick up that. Okay, so I have a stone and metal object, and then a stone object and a metal object, and now I have 2 of both. I don't think there's any new guys over here, but basically what we have to do is go behind the stairs and place both of these objects into the panel. Again, I'm going around here, circumventing the trap-laden section by going out the back. Just a little shortcut I like to take. I think it takes maybe a little bit more time, but I'm guessing that we save time overall by circumventing some of those traps. Now down the back of the stairs here, got to get both stone and metal objects in there. Now, after this area, there's a laboratory, or at least the entrance to the laboratory. And again, you need the eagle metal and the wolf metal. Now, I should have grabbed it, but there's a box right here that I can just use to grab those real quick. Makes it a lot easier than than looking around for it and trying to do it that way. I'm just reassessing my inventory, seeing what items I need to use and stuff like that, so. And down here, what we're going to find is Barry and that monster. And we're going to be presented with a choice as well. We can either help Barry or not. I mean, he did betray us pretty bad, so there's multiple endings depending on what you choose right here.
Jill, you're alive. I was worried, because I thought you were...
Start talking.
Think
Calm
again,
down.
Barry.
I didn't want to do it. Believe me, I can explain.
Boom.
Don't lie to me.
That is a big gun. Holy cow. Well, that was unnecessary. Come on.
No time to talk. Jill, hand me my gun.
Destroying art over here.
Thanks, Jill.
Now it's actually easier with Barry because he shoots the monster while you push these things over the edge. He doesn't do a great job of it, but you know. That guy is really fast. But you do have to watch out because one hit and she'll knock you down a hit. And with these tank controls, it's really tough to push anything. You could whine about it. Jeez. I would say we'll see her in Resident Evil 2, but that's not true because it's not in the mansion here. I do really want him to make a Resident Evil 2 remake. That would be awesome. Again, here's part of the story. Really, really sad.
I don't believe that thing's really dead. Leave this place up to me and go on ahead.
Okay.
Why? So you can shoot me in the back? And of course, I forgot the entire reason why I was gonna come up here. I need the eagle and the wolf thing. Crap. I gotta go back to the box. That's a huge waste of time. Should just be through this door and up the stairway a little bit. There should be a box. And then we'll be in the laboratory. Now, once we're in the laboratory, there's going to be a couple shortcuts. Usually it takes quite a long time to get through sections of the laboratory. Because I've played the game before and I know I know the passcode for the door, and I know the passcode for the computer screen. John and then Ada is the password. Or the login is John and the password is Ada. And that saves probably 10 minutes, 15 minutes of game time. So we'll go ahead and do that when the time comes. Okay, now that we have the medals, there's a statue of a wolf for one. You got to put the wolf medallion in that one, and then the eagle one, you got to put in the eagle medallion. But it's a little bit hard to tell in the light. Not too difficult, though. I always thought it was really ridiculous to have a secret laboratory underneath the water, because getting in and out of it, like Wesker's already down there and he was up above with Jill, so how did he get down there? And if he did get down there, why was the water there? It would create such a mess. Now this is the world of fiction and I shouldn't get too real with you, but because there's no such thing as zombies. I know that's a spoiler alert. And now we're in the laboratory. And since we're here, we might as well save. You see, it gives us way too many ink ribbons for what we need in this area. I've never really liked the music in this area. It is creepy, but I think it's just disjointed rather than actually creepy. I know that minor keys and stuff like that are used to create suspense, but I don't know, it just seems a little sloppy to me. Now there is going to be zombies coming up. That's why I'm switching to the grenade launcher. With the flame shells, you just shoot them once, and you don't have to burn the bodies later, which saves a lot of time. Yep. That was easy. It's almost like the easy button. Yep, and we'll see later when we come back to this area that there are no more zombies. Almost makes it too easy. Now the other guy's around the other corner. Probably not going to see him right away. Eh, might as well go get him. And no more zombies. Now, I'm not going to go in this room, but there's a door to the left right there. That's where you figure out the John and Ada thing. By holding up little diagrams of lungs and livers and stuff like that, little x-rays. And you're supposed to take the first letter of each one, and it's supposed to be a big thing, but a lot faster just to skip it over. Some more Magnum bullets, don't really need them. Here's the computer terminal I was talking about. Oops. Okay, login is John. And the password is Ada. And again, you find it out from that room that we skipped. And the longest loading screen to find out if it's the password ever. Now you need another, this one's cell, C-E-L-L. That unlocks the room with the rocket fuel. But first thing we need to do is go into the room without the... shoot. It was the room right next to the doctor's room with the x-rays. No. That one's second. The first one is the one we passed with the guys that we just blew up with the flame shells. The top of the staircase to the left, that room, you need to put in a passcode. But because I played the game before, I already know the passcode, so it should be a little bit simpler. No, that's the wrong way. Well, I guess this is the way you're supposed to do it anyway. There's an object in here. It's infrared. That thing on the table there. There's the rocket fuel behind you. The refueling station. There's an ammo disc unlocking station there. That's for the rocket fuel. And then that on the table right here, that's how you find out the passcode to the door. I believe it's 6843. That's what it should be, at least. Now we're going in the right direction. Okay, there's the door. Can't remember if there's a guy in here or not. I think there is not. Yeah, it's just an empty room. Ammo disc to help our buddy. Use the infrared filter. There's Wesker. Oh no. Now in this last slide here, the infrared filter blocks out the other numbers. 8462 is what it was. So there's a long string of numbers there, but with the filter you can find out the passcode. So then that opens the door. You get the key. What a process. Now in that video terminal you can watch Kenneth's video from the very, very first zombie you see in the game. You take a videotape off your body, Kenneth, you can watch it there, but all it is just him getting eaten. There's really no plot advancement or something. I really wish they would have done something there, but what do you do? Now there's 3 MO discs overall. The first one is in the mansion by putting the yellow diamond looking thing into the cat's eye. The other 2 are in the laboratory here, so we already got one of them. Each MO disc, it releases one of the levers back there. So what we want to do is use the laboratory key, and then we can get rid of the MO, at least one MO disc. Laboratory key unlocks this door and the door, yeah, that door, and then the one on the edge there. I unlock them both real quick so we can just throw them away. Now, there's really no reason to go into this room if you don't want to save one of your buddies. If you want to save one of your buddies, you got to push back this rack and go in the vents. Otherwise, this room is useless. Now this room is barred from the outside. You're gonna see, ouch. You're gonna see that door right there locked. We're gonna come past it later, but again, it's just a pass-through room. I shouldn't have taken as long as I did in here. Okay, now this one's the one with the MO disc. Yep, right there. Or you don't get an MO disc. This is where you use an MO disc. Now a little Easter egg. This little plate thing that you place the MO disc in right there. In the GameCube version, that actually looks like a GameCube. So, yeah, that thing on the right there. It's pretty funny. Now, those guys don't really hurt you much, but even in very easy mode, there is a very high possibility of you dying. What they do is they climb on the roof, and if they're up above, they can reach down, strangle you, and pop off your head. So it's a one-hit kill, even on easy mode. So whatever you do, keep them at your feet or run away. Those are the 2 options. Yep, see how it's locked there. Now that's a safe room right beside you there. We're not going to bother for it right now. Okay, right here is where the danger is. See, if that guy goes up on the ceiling, you're going to have a tough time. In my opinion, this isn't the hardest part of the game, taking the refueling canister, but it's definitely the most awkward and my least favorite. So you have to walk from basically one end of the laboratory to another. I've never liked this because it seems like a trick that extends the playtime but doesn't really add anything to the actual gameplay. I know that's just my opinion, but you know, it's just never been a fan of it. Here's where we use another MO disc. I forget honestly where the other MO disc is. But here's where we refuel it. I think I did actually run before, and I got about halfway there before it blew up on me. I'm pretty sure. Now, I've watched other speedrun players, and you can actually run with it a little bit. What you're supposed to do is run one step, walk two, run one, walk two. And that'll increase your speed enough without it actually blowing up on you. I just wish you could just power through it. Not really any way to make this more exciting, this part. It's just walk and don't die. Now at the very end is probably the highest probability of dying. If you hadn't taken out... What am I doing? I don't think I want to save right now. Oh, I'm grabbing the other MO disc. That's right. Oh, that'd be funny if I could put the rocket fuel in there. Okay, we're almost there. Again, here's the guy who wants to kill you. I walked the wrong way. Crap. I can still hear there's another one out there. All right. Finally. Now we can run again. Now that'll potentially start the generators. We just need to go in the other room and key it on, and then the elevator will be working. Yeah, the laboratory isn't that long necessarily. It's a little bit intimidating just because it's near the end of the game, and it's kind of high stakes at this point. You have big weapons. The enemies have gotten harder, but we're on the home stretch here. Here's the last demo disc to get Chris. Did I run out of ammo? Oops. Oh man, that was close. He almost one-shotted me. Okay, now the powers has started. That powers the elevator. Now we can go down to Wester and face the end boss. Probably should save before we face Tyrant. Really don't want to have to do that rocket fuel thing again. Even in speedruns, this is where I would save. One, because the fight with Tyrant can go bad. It's rare that it does, but it can. And another reason, if you have to walk through that rocket fuel section again, you'll lose so much time. So, even on speedruns, I would recommend saving at this point. And really, Tyrant shouldn't take that many shots. Survival knife, yeah, let the knife him to death. Man, that's going to be 18 shells in one launcher. You know, it's funny about the Tyrant fight. I've never had a problem with him. Except for one time. And I've beaten this game, I don't know, probably 10 or 12 times at this point. But maybe it's just the anticipation of knowing that it's the final boss that just makes it so nerve-wracking to me. I'm just so afraid of dying, it's crazy. I always have a ton of health. Obviously, good weapons.
Jill.
Barry,
I want to say there's something like 6 magnum shots kills him.
let's go.
On hard mode, obviously, it's way different. Couple shotgun cases here. Should have plenty of ammo. Yeah, I could probably take out about 6 Tyrants right now.
Wesker!
Thank you, Barry.
Well, what do you know?
Oh, don't blame Barry for everything. I hear that his better half and 2 lovely daughters will be in danger if he doesn't do everything I tell him to.
Wesker, you're pathetic.
You monster.
Well, you shouldn't worry too much, dear. You'll be free of all this anyway.
Why eliminate stars?
Believe it or not, that's Umbrella's intention.
You're just a slave of Umbrella.
Smart girl, but I think you misunderstand me. The things you mention are nothing. I'll burn all of them along with this entire laboratory. Barry, go up on the ground and wait there.
Barry.
You gotta love Barry. He must really be afraid of Umbrella.
You and Umbrella took his family, you bastard. Oh!
Umbrella? Well, I used some carrots and sticks to cow him, but it had nothing to do with Umbrella. I just used Barry for my personal interests. Though both you and Barry seem to think I was following Umbrella's orders.
What? What are you planning?
I guess it's time for show and tell.
Bum, bum, bum.
It's magnificent.
For the sake of this thing.
You know, I hate goodbyes.
You go, Barry. Barry.
Forgive me.
No, you're not to blame. It's Umbrella and Wesker.
Even if it meant my family, I couldn't bear
Well, you're
turning my
kinda to
back on my
blame.
friends again. Shit! Damn it!
Jill and Barry together. In hell.
In hell.
You want a piece of me?
What? Premature.
No, Barry!
Premature.
You viral cultured freak.
Come on, Jill. Take him down. He's pretty fast for a big guy. Alright, now we just have to deactivate the locks. Talk to Barry. Thanks for the help, Barry. I mean, not at all. No, we're just gonna leave Barry behind.
Barry! Barry! You're okay.
Jill, sorry. That was careless of me. Wesker,
He's gone.
first, let's just get out of here.
So, that's the end of Tyrant. Or is
Wesker
it?
must have set it off. Let's hurry.
Then the next time we see Wesker is in Resident Evil 4, I believe. No, it's Resident Evil 5. Which actually I never played because it's a terrible that's a terrible game. Alright, normally what we would do is we would just run to the exit. But I did go through all the trouble of saving Chris, so we might as well stop by, let him out of his cage, and then we'll have a good ending.
activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel
It really kind of bothers me they have to do this 3 times. It should just, if it turned green, just release it. But that's just me.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks.
Now, normally, if you come down here before this time, the door's just locked, and
Chris,
Jill
you're
says, "I'm gonna get
okay."
you out of here."
Glad to see you are too. Anything on Wesker?
We'll talk later. First, let's get going.
Chris, did you not hear the self-destruct things going off? Come on, get it together. I do like Chris, though. He's one of the good characters in the game. Although in Resident Evil 5, he looks nothing like he does in this. I think he looks a lot better here. He's just like superhuman
Come on,
in the
let's
5th
go.
game, and it's not really. It just looks dumb.
Self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks.
Really, no reason to grab those herbs.
All personnel must evacuate
As you can see, they give you way more health than what you need.
and releasing all locks. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately.
Come on, hurry!
And releasing all locks. The self-destruct system has been activated.
Actually, I've never tried this before, but what I should do is go back into the mansion and just see what's different there. I've never done that before.
All locks. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and
This is Brad. I'm running out of fuel. If there's anyone alive, contact me now or just give me a sign. I repeat, this is your last chance.
has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating.
I mean, he's been circling for a good 8 hours now. It's morning rather than night. It's a lot of fuel he has.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel
Oh yeah, one last quote-unquote puzzle.
deactivating and releasing all locks. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing. 3 minutes to detonation.
Damn it! We're almost there! Jill, you just get in contact with Brad.
No!
We can make it. Jill,
No.
Chris!
would you let me have my moments too?
All right. We'll rendezvous at the heliport.
Now, as far as I know, there's 6 different endings. There's just Jill. There's just Chris. There's Chris and Brad, or no, sorry, Chris and his helper. I forget her name. Then Chris, the helper, and Jill. And then there's just Chris and Jill. Then there's Jill and Chris. and just Jill and Barry. So altogether, I believe there's 6 endings. And then there's the one, I think if you just go by yourself, if you just save yourself, I'm pretty sure the mansion doesn't blow up. And what's his face? Tyrant doesn't reappear here. But since we're going for the best ending on Jill's side, Barry Barry and Chris are both saved. Tyrant showing up, and we blow up the mansion afterwards.
Jill!
You made it.
I didn't realize how tall he is. That guy's huge. Ouch. Poor Barry. Actually, that's more shots than it takes. Ouch. That's more shots than it took downstairs. Oh, that was close.
Jill, use it! Kill it, whatever it is!
Will you beat the game, it might as well say? Alright, everybody. That should do it for Resident Evil HD Remake. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for making it this far. And I'll probably do another video series, maybe knife only, something like that. So stay tuned. I'll talk to you later.
Jill, you did a fine job.